And joining us here today for our Eye on Terre Haute is Mayor Duke Bennett. Thanks for joining us again, of course.
It's always great to be here.
Let's talk about this Labor Day parade. We had a great turnout, you said.
It was, you know, the participation level of the people in the parade is always huge, almost 3,000 people, but the turnout was phenomenal. I mean, people were standing 4 or 5 deep through most of the route all the way down to 4th Street. And you know, it was one of those days from the weather perspective. We weren't sure what was going to happen, but it was a great turnout. A lot of families were out, and it was a very good day in downtown Terre Haute.
Are you ever surprised, or you just know that you're going to get that turnout from this community?
Well, it's always neat because people really respond to those kind of public events, and the parades everybody loves a parade, and the kids love the candy. And it was just great to see everybody coming out to support labor on Monday, and it just turned out to be a phenomenal event.
I was going to say that candy's key.
It is. Brings them out.
Exactly. Well, let's also talk about some of that construction that's actually down south, away from where the Labor Day parade was. People have been talking about the construction. Obviously, it's a burden on your route, but they want to know, when can we see things wrap up?
Well, you know, that's a state project. We've talked about that before, right in front of the mall area primarily, and they're adding additional lanes, which will help with the traffic flow. And anytime you do these projects, it's going to be disruptive, especially in such a busy stretch of highway. But they should be wrapping up in the next 30 days. I mean, they're making tremendous progress on that, you know, to be weather dependent. Hopefully we won't have a lot of rain, but they'll be wrapping up most of that work. They're doing a lot of paving now, and they'll get that up to the surface and do the final coat. Most of the island work is completed, most of it, and so we're seeing towards the end of the project now where they can do the finishing touches. So that'll be a good finish down there, and then get those additional lanes opened up.
So you can be patient, they're moving along.
Well, you know, and we always get a lot of complaints, and even though that's a state project, it's in the city, and then of course we've got some projects going on too, and people are always saying, well, why do you do them all at the same time? Well, it just doesn't work that way. You can't do one at a time. You're working with contractors, you're working with a short window for the asphalt, and so the sooner you get them started, the sooner you get them completed, and so we're just hopeful they'll get done, and then people will be very happy with the results.
I think they will too. And we have other construction talking about in the city here on Wabash. Are you guys going to be starting another project?
Getting ready. You know, we've done 2 big sections so far where we removed the railroad tracks, so that section out by the stadium will be the next part that we work on. It's a shorter section because the tracks end about 34th Street. But we'll be starting that work. They were supposed to get started this week, but it looks like we're going to start next week so we can kind of stay away from the football game this Saturday. But we're going to deal with that, and that section will go very quickly. It's only about a 30-day project. Okay,
and sometimes people always ask, you know, are we worried about this, or this is in the budget? This is part of the plan?
No, it's in the budget, you know, and a lot of people, we're continuing to do things, and everything is just fine from that perspective. All these projects are funded, and we're going to get them done.
Okay, and another improvement that you have going on is out at Maple Park. This is something that people have asked for. They wanted better or nicer restrooms, and you delivered.
Right, there wasn't any restroom out there. They were having to find other places to go. And so we've just completed that recently. The bathroom is now open. It sits there right towards the front behind the lift station. You can see it right behind the fence there. Very nice restroom, and now it's open for the public's use. And we have a lot of fishermen, a lot of people that like to walk and hike and use that trail up there. And so we've got some other features we're going to be bringing into the future, but that's turned into be a great destination in the city.
You guys people look forward to that.
They do. I've had a lot of positive comments about that park.
That's good. And another topic that we've talked about, but it's been going on forever and it's slowly progressing, is the coke and carbon plant.
We still get a lot of questions about that. We are beginning to get to the point of being able to market it more and more. We've had some interest from some people, but they kind of want the whole thing, and we've still got a little bit to clean up in the center there, and so we're working on the funding on that. So whether we carve off some pieces or we go ahead and get this other part cleaned up, it continues to move forward. We want to get that back on the tax rolls and get it into some positive use, and so we're open to anybody who wants to talk with us, and we're going to get that last piece cleaned up.
Okay, and quickly I have one more to mention, is the dog park. We always hear about that one too. How's that going along?
Construction is moving right along. The fence will be going up hopefully beginning next week. The grass has been planted, and so then some of the other amenities will be put in. We really need to let that grass fill in and take hold. We've got some drainage thing, and we got to bring some water in, but over the next few weeks you're going to really see that thing transform from a brownfield site into a great dog park.
Okay, sounds good. We have a lot going on.
We need
more updates as we go.
Yeah, very good.
All right, well, thanks for stopping by.
Okay, thank you.